This video will cover the points of performance of the air squat and its progressions up to the overhead squat. After covering the foundational points of performance for the air squat, they will only be briefly touched on again as they hold true for all of the progressions. These clips will instead focus on the specific points of performance for each specific movement to help differentiate between them. The air squat starts with the feet shoulder width apart and the toes pointed slightly out. Keep the chest tall while sending the hips back, lowering them until they are below the knees. The knees should track over the toes, the chest should stay tall, and the heels should stay connected to the floor for the duration of the movement. Finish the rep by standing all the way up, locking the hips and knees out. The goblet squat is our first loaded squat progression. Everything is the exact same as the air squat, but now we are clutching an object close with tucked elbows while being even more focused on staying tall by bracing our midline. The back squat also loads our squat, but now with a barbell on the back rack, or resting on our traps, not our neck. A weight in this position places much more demand posteriorly, or on the hips, while squatting. Now that a weight is resting on our back, it's even more important to focus on loading the hips by sending them back, keeping the chest nice and tall while bracing the midline, and keeping the spine in a neutral position. The front squat loads our squat with a barbell on the front rack, or resting across our shoulders and collarbone, not our throat. A weight in this position places much more demand anteriorly, or on the knees, while squatting. Don't let this fool you. You must still load the hips by sending them back, this time keeping your chest and elbows as tall as you can throughout the squat. Last but not least, the overhead squat loads our squat with a barbell overhead. While in this position, the hand grip should be wide and the elbows and shoulders should be pressing into the bar, keeping it locked out over the center of the body. Adjust the feet to be a hair wider than our other squats and complete the previous points of performance as normal. If proper overhead position is lost at a certain depth, stay there, as the extra depth is not worth losing proper overhead positions. Mobility and flexibility may be a main focus from there on.